I'm glad you all joined us for Total Recall this evening. So, yeah, we're going to get our butts to Mars here in a minute, but we're going to just randomly pick three of our lovely co-hosts here. They're all lovely, aren't they? Let's see. Let's go with this guy first. It's Technish. Hello, Gene.
Hey, what's up, fam?
Doing good, doing good. Yeah, I commented on this before, but I love your poster back there. I love all your posters, but I love your poster back there at the Lollipop Chainsaw. And I'm sure you might have seen the post that I shared today about the new one that is coming out very soon. I guess it's coming out at the very beginning of 2024. It was going to be this year, but they pushed it back. So yeah, it's coming out real soon.
I'm really excited for that, yo.
And they gave it a name. It's called Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, I think it's called.
Repop? Are they remastering?
No, I think it's a complete remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. But let's see what this gentleman thinks. Let's leave our other guy for last this time. We're gonna bring in Mr. Johnny Graphics. There he is. Hey John, good evening.
The master plan.
How are y'all doing today? I'm glad to be with you today. I'm had a pretty good day today. Me and the wife went gallivanting around. We went shopping. So
all right.
And
I love gallivanting.
Get out of the heat.
How's the unpacking going, Johnny?
It's going good. I'm like 80% unpacked. There's just a couple things that I'm still kind of jostling around, but I'm pretty much situated more or less. So
I see that your background's pretty flavorful, yo.
Yeah, it's
coming together. I still need something for that. I don't know. I guess more sound foam probably. But yeah, it's like I said, it's like 80% there. So almost.
It's looking good.
Bet.
Well, let's see if Mr. Cool down here in Texas is actually staying cool. And there, my tongue is not cool because it's just fall. Here, hang on one second before we bring on Mr. Retro Rob. Good evening. Good evening, Rob.
Yeah, hi.
Rob, don't say you're lame either because you're not. Stop saying that.
What's in that cup, Scott?
This is juicy juice. Unfortunately, there is nothing crazy in this cup.
A classic juicy juice.
Hello, everyone.
And then this one is just water. So
gotcha.
But I got the booze out in the kitchen.
I don't know about y'all, but yeah.
You have a jar of juicy juice too?
Yeah, do you have juicy juice too?
Nah.
Well, before we pop in here and talk about Mr. Paul Verhoeven, our second Paul Verhoeven movie, by the way, Mr. Paul Verhoeven, what I consider another one of his masterpieces, Total Recall. I maybe we might have some people popping in here in the chat here in a minute. That will be wonderful. But of course, we have a treat coming up for you next weekend. Stay tuned to the very end, and you will see what that film is. Well, every film's a treat, I think. I mean, we had, we had Roadhouse, and we've had The Thing. I mean, I don't think we've had a cruddy one yet, but we are going to be doing a bad movie night eventually, so stay tuned for that here on Video Vault Live. And, of course, I do want to, one more time, announce that Video Vault Live will be moving strictly over to the Video Vault Live channel here soon, so it'll be Video Vault Live and, of course, Game Closet's Facebook page, and we will not be putting it on the Game Closet YouTube channel.
Is that why you're streaming on both channels right now?
Correct.
Okay. I was wondering, how is he even doing? I don't even understand how you're doing that. Is like one a Total Recall dream and the other one's reality?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I paid to recall just a few extra bucks for the the Secret Spy on YouTube package, and that's how I got it. So
where will you be reading comments from so people know then?
Well, they come in on wherever they're watching. So if they're watching from Facebook, it comes right through on Facebook.
Everything's conceived together. I tried to link my account with it, but like they said upgrade something, probably because I'm not using it from my. Don't worry about it. This is we'll talk about it.
We'll figure that out.
Tech support with Technish.
Tech support with Technish. Okay, well let's jump into the Total Recall here. So of course, 1990, Arnold Schwarzenegger Sharon Stone and Michael Ironside, the three main actors in this film, decided, hey, what the heck? Let's go to Mars. Let's have some fun. So
let's go all over the place in this movie.
yeah, and I know that you guys have probably, and I know some of the viewers have probably seen the remake. Now, don't get me wrong. My buddy and I, we went to go see the remake. We saw that, and from a technical standpoint, it was very good. But
is it what it looks like it is? I haven't seen it. It looks like it's just stripped down, oversimplified.
It's a total remake, yo.
It's a remake for sure, and there are some elements that they keep here and there, but they don't go to Mars at all, and it's a freaking nightmare. It's pretty bad. The performances in it are good. The action is good. It's just the story's really, really bad.
They just go to Arizona.
Yeah, they go to Arizona.
What's up, Rio? How you doing, man?
Check it out. Colin Farrell in that one, and
yes.
Yeah, Colin Farrell's in it. Like, dude, it was like the other side of the planet.
Yeah, they go to Australia or something.
No, because like they would pass through the
core of the Earth.
It's terrible. Like, it's terrible.
And then here's what makes it worse.
You should still watch it though.
You need to
validate it. Yeah,
I tried watching it 3 weeks ago again because it's on streaming, and I was like, oh, I can't get through it. And I just couldn't. I couldn't. But you see, you have Jessica Biel in it, who I find just ravishing, and then you have Kate Beckinsale in it. Now, here's the bad thing about that. Okay, before we jump into our Total Recall, you have these very beautiful brunettes who if you really look at them in the movie, if you look at photos of them in the movie, you're not sure which one's which. It's like, is that the wife or is that the I mean, they had really good casting with this one with Sharon Stone and Rachel. I always get her name. I always say her name wrong. Ticotin, I believe it is. Ticotin or Ticotin. I think it's Ticotin.
They're very distinct.
Very distinct. I mean, you have this beautiful blonde lady, and back when she was starting off her career, and this other beautiful. I believe she's a Latina, and she's just beautiful.
I'm gonna pause you on that. Because she might not have been, because Vasquez from Aliens wasn't a Latina.
That is correct. But still,
wasn't.
But, well,
I didn't know that.
All that aside, though, I mean, they are very distinct when you look at them. It's not like you're looking at the Doublemint twins. Yeah.
Right.
So,
which is the point? They're
which
like
is the
different
point.
Things.
Yeah.
Because I'm going, okay, there's Jessica Biel. Hold on, is that Kate Beckinsale? Is she going to bite somebody? No, never mind. So, wrong movie. But anyway, so we're talking about the casting choices. Can you imagine anyone else in the 1990 Schwarzenegger starring role movie, Total Recall? Can you imagine anyone else in the main roles in this movie at all?
I mean, you could, but it would totally change it. It would totally change. I mean, any movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger is in becomes an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
It's an Arnold movie.
Yeah.
And, even though this is also
if you've seen it, you can't picture anyone else.
Yeah,
I won't watch movies because of that. Because I only know that movie, and I refuse to watch another remake of it. I've never seen like the new Total Recall. I've never even watched the new Point Break. I've never watched any of those because I won't. I can't.
Well, the new Point Break's a really bad movie.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that one's really bad.
There were so many rumors for the longest time too that they were gonna redo Casablanca, and I was like, dude,
leave it alone.
I know exactly. So not that I'm comparing, but by no means are these other movies on par with Casablanca. But
when you Casablanca, leave it alone.
Casablanca, Cyberpunk 2077.
Ridley Scott directing.
Okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
But John, you guys bring up a good point though, because any movie that Arnold is in, it is an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Even if he had a really small role in a movie, it's an Arnold movie automatically. I mean, look at the first Expendables. He was in that movie for 10 minutes. It's not an Arnold movie. It's still a Stallone movie, but it's just like, well, Arnold was in it.
He flavored it so much though with that short little time.
Yeah. I agree.
It's kind of like Metallica. They can remake any song, and just because they're Metallica and how they do it, it becomes a Metallica song. Because there are several remakes out there, even from like just all the way back in the day. We won't go into music right now, but like "Am I Evil," that is by Diamond Head. That I've heard the original song; it's good, but it automatically becomes a Metallica song, just like "Turn the Page." That it becomes a Metallica song. It's theirs. They make it their own. Not a lot of bands can do that. But back to Total Recall, I could see somebody else, possibly in the movie. Like, for example, I could have seen either in the role of Richter or even the role of Doug Quaid. I could have seen Bruce Willis there. It would have been a different movie.
He could have done
it.
Yeah.
But but not like a Steven Seagal. He couldn't have done it. No. I mean,
there'd be so many annoying pauses.
Yeah, he would just be squinting like the whole time. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's time to punch now, Steven.
Oh my God!
You're a sick man in your own sick little world.
Yeah,
There's a little guy on your tummy.
Screw you, Cohagen.
I don't even want it.
I want that movie now. Anyway, but it would be really fat Steven Seagal. Yeah, it would have version. It would have to be.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so bad.
Yeah, but like for Sharon Stone, I really can't imagine anybody else in that part.
No, she killed it.
She killed it, and that was her breakout role. That was the movie that made Sharon Stone what she eventually became. Star wise, I think so.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any like just right off the cuff, and any standout scenes or moments from the movie that really just go, yeah, that was it. That was the one. There's a lot of good stuff.
I'm gonna go last because I want to hear what everyone else is saying.
Well, I can't narrow. There's so much. I'll say this: the second half, in particular, the last act, the last third of it, was so many levels of mind fuckery. I can't eat like it was. There's no movie like it. It just keeps hitting you and hitting you. It's like, no, it's actually this. No, it's actually this. No, and it's like that. Just like the pace of that last act. Really, the whole second half, I guess, is just insane. The pacing is completely insane, and I love it for that because so few. It's such a scary thing to do with a movie that. Only the team that made this movie would really have the balls to do.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's genius. It's crazy and it's genius. I love it.
All right, Rob.
I honestly, just for me, when I watch it when I was younger, just them how they try to capture the feel of Mars. Because we all wondered what that would be like, or as a kid, going into space, and to them to have that city on there that you could go visit, I thought that was kind of cool. That's really what kind of drew me in, the fantasy of space travel.
It's extremely red.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they made it very red.
Yeah. Quite red. No blue sky on Mars. It's all red.
All right. I can go now. I can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go after you.
I can go. Okay. You're going last. No. My favorite part was when Quaid met Arnold Schwarzenegger. Quaid, that's his name in the movie.
Yeah,
met up with Quado. Like Quado, and like I posted like tagging to this video, right? I mean to our podcast, where it was like and he opens up. It's like, yeah, Quado's here. Like, he's been looking at a long time. Like, I'm paraphrasing. And then
he's on his way.
And he just opens up his shirt, and then it's just like the little mutant little thing. And he's like, Quaid. And it's like, you're looking at him, right? You're looking at him, and like he has this, like, for a split second, he has, there we go. He does the same thing for like a split second. I'm thinking he's gonna sound like, but
no, he's a very pleasant old man.
That's a very pleasant old man.
Like a Planet Earth documentary.
Quaid. Just open your mouth.
Well,
Open
well,
your mouth.
well, with that said,
Yeah.
yep. Open. He's just like he's so laid back and so sweet. Oh,
So
I
laid
find it
back and
hard-
smooth. I'm like, yo, like this guy, and then mind you, right? Kindergarten Cop, right? Remember, like it's not a tumor, right?
It's
but
not a
that came
tumor.
out. That came out after this, right?
Right.
oh yeah.
I just
Yeah.
find it hard to believe that no one noticed that his shirt was covering that at all. Like, come on.
Yeah, like,
No
yeah,
one
like,
at any
Right.
point was like, "Hey, man, did you guys notice Frank's stomach the other day?" Like, I don't know.
hey, stomach, like,
You know-
dog, like,
Do you think he has a tumor? Maybe it's not a tumor.
it's
Not at all.
Not a tumor.
Frank,
No.
why is it only maternity clothes in your closet, Frank?
The top of his head too looks like how most of us when we've come out of the bar early in the morning.
Well, the funny thing is, if you look at this, because of course, that's like a dummy or whatever.
Right,
that is.
right.
Because
whole
here's
thing,
the
man.
real guy.
Yeah.
I know he's
Sober.
not
He's
completely
fat.
clean
I'm
shaven
fat.
here, but when you go back to the other picture, I mean, it's like, okay, so you guys couldn't have gotten this right, or at least had the actor, maybe scruff it up a little for a couple more days or something,
Maybe Quado recesses in his body. You know how
Yeah.
there'll be like Siamese twins.
I think that's what happens.
Like one envelops the other and stuff.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Well,
Yeah.
or
I can buy into
now,
that.
now let's think of it like guys do. We go swimming sometimes, and that's all I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh my gosh, man.
So,
okay,
yeah.
we're gonna leave it there.
Yeah, we're just
Thank
going to leave
you.
it there.
Okay, stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I'm going to say.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part, yo. That is my definitely.
That's a good one. That's definitely an iconic moment for sure.
Mhm.
There's a lot of great moments in this film, and the one that I chuckle every single time, and my best friend does too. I love it when Quaid breaks free and he puts that thing through the guy's head and he's just like, ah! And I swear every single time I just cry laughing because I'm
Dude,
just
he
a sick.
brutally massacred that whole room.
Yeah, that's
There
what
were
they
7
get.
scientists in there.
That's what they get.
He killed them all. He didn't knock anybody out. He didn't trip anyone. He brutally murdered them all. The second half of the movie is a slasher movie, and Arnold's the killer, basically.
Tawny says Quado is always inside Frank. That's why only one was coherent at a time. That is true, yeah. Because as soon as Quado pops out, because just like what he said, he was just like, "Oh, you're Quado, right?" And he goes, "He's on his way," and he's just like, "Okay." And then all of a sudden, the other dude, his brain that's it. He shuts off.
Even when Quado's talking, you see Frank like spacing out. Like, show the other picture, the other one. Quado's popped out. He's gone. Like Frank's not there no more.
He's checked out.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, Scott. We got to hear yours, yo. I hope, hopefully, I'm not thinking what you're gonna say. Okay?
No, it is not what Mysticles just said. He just said, the 3 boob part. No, that is not my favorite scene.
Good, you didn't play. Yeah, there we go. We censored it. Good. This is a family show.
You got 3 separate censors. I like it.
Yeah, kind of have to.
You couldn't just put one thing. It had to be 3 separate ones.
Got to do it right. There's 2 scenes. Like I just told you, the one I love when they're trying to erase Quaid, and they're getting ready to, they're getting ready to bring back the other guy. Yeah, and then he just pulls that thing out, puts it right through that dude's head right there, and I love it. But the other scene that I really dig is this.
Yeah, this was weird. This was this was
too good.
This tricked my brain a little bit.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and then this whole thing, with the vacuum and everything.
Yeah.
That's the cover of the NES game too. Is that?
Is it
for the advertisement? Yeah,
that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, I did want to bring this up just real quick, kind of like a little side note, because now I know that, there might be people who are watching that watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
And, of course, where's he at? Here's Benny. Now, he had a small a small role on Deep Space Nine. He was one of the Cardassians. Sorry.
Yeah, he was the
Cardassians.
Cardassians with the ears.
Yeah. No, that's the Ferengi.
The Ferengi.
The Cardassians ones, those are a little. They're a little green. They have the kind of the thing going on here. They look a little lizard-like, and they got the little spoon thing on their head. It looks like right about there.
Oh, okay.
And this dude was elected leader by the Dominion, and he was there for a very short time. But the guy who was Mark Alimo, I don't think I have a picture of him here. I might. Let me just have a real quick gander at my pictures here.
I actually don't recall him in DS9. That's strange because that's actually my favorite Star Trek.
This dude here?
Yeah, I don't. I need to. It's been like 10 years since I've watched him though. I need to watch him again.
He was installed.
Ferengi? I had no idea.
No. This guy was a Cardassian, and it was after the Dominion had already taken over Cardassia, and they installed their own leader after I don't know whichever one got offed or no the one who flipped to the other side to be part of the Resistance. I'm looking for my photos. And does not see it.
Lauren, what up, Lauren?
Doesn't matter. But anyway, Mark Alimo, who was Gul Dukat, you might remember Gul Dukat. He was the main he was the leader there on Cardassia there for a while. Okay. He was the guy who was in the dome when they were like, they're all connected. I can't open the dome. It's all connected. And he was one of the military dudes there. So you got two people from Deep Space Nine in the movie. I thought that was kind of neat. But when I saw that Benny was in there, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But there was also somebody else in the film. This gentleman right here.
Might not recognize him.
Nope, may not recognize him. But you will in just a second. That is Dean Norris. You will know Dean Norris as Hank Schrader.
No shit.
Oh, my snap. He's from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Oh.
Yep. So, and then of course her boobs were not real. So at least the three.
His wound cleaned up. So
yeah, he does look a lot better there, though, doesn't he? But as you know, the movie starts off, here in this dream state on Mars, right? And then we move through. He's in love with this woman, and they're just kind of walking out on Mars for no reason, and then he falls and breaks his face, and then he wakes up, and we've got the very, very gorgeous and sexy Sharon Stone here.
Sharon Stonen.
Yeah, Sharon Stonen. Stone.
He should have known at this point he was already dreaming because no one wakes up with hair like that already in lingerie. So
good point.
That is a good point. So that's probably how he knew he was. Yeah,
should have right away. Something's off. So
I am still dreaming.
Yeah, credit to the theory that it's all a dream.
Wayne says he has Total Recall and Total Recall on the NES. Yeah, I've never played the game, but I've heard it's not very good.
I've never played it. What would you do in it? I guess you just fight scientists.
The nerd did it. The nerd did
Yep, the nerd did all the Schwarzenegger games, and they're all bad. They're all bad. But then again, LJN, he does. Most of them are, and I know that the nerd does kind of exaggerate some things just for effect.
A little bit.
Yeah. But it's not an Atari game. It's an NES game, so it's probably a little better than if it would have been an Atari game.
Yeah.
Okay. Any favorite lines from the movie? Because there's tons.
The consider that your divorce. The one line. That's where where he officially divorces Miss Stone here.
With a bullet to the head.
That's a good one that I'll never forget.
Consider that the divorce.
It was her that he did that to, right?
Yes. Yes. It's like, but Doug, honey, we're married. Blam.
Mine is when he had the main henchman towards the end on the elevator.
Yes.
And then like his there it is. And then the elevators cut off his hand. It was like, give him a hand. Was it like that? I was like, give him a hand.
No. he
What
said,
was it?
Oh, he just said, "I'll see you at the party," and
Yeah.
threw his arms.
yeah, because earlier.
Oh no, it said it said welcome to the party, pal.
Nope.
No,
See you at the party, Richter.
You at the party,
See you at the
Victor.
party,
Yeah, yeah.
He brings up a party to him earlier and like taunts him
Yep.
about it. I think.
Yeah,
See you at the
that's,
party.
That's my favorite one.
Yep.
Mine's the drill one because that's just like the cheesiest action line.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Screw you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Between
That's
Johnny's,
one of the
the Benny one when he drills them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
yeah, between Johnny's and that one. I
Oh,
think
that's good.
yeah. That
Yeah,
definitely
that's a good one.
captures the 90s.
It does, and it captures Arnold, and it's one of those reasons why, like when we were talking about, could you see anyone else in the role?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
No.
could see Bruce Willis saying that, but he would
He
Willis
would say
it all
something
up.
else.
And well, yeah, I guess he would just have to say something else. Probably
He would say it's so smarmy and just
Yeah.
he's got that. Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, he
like
may
a
have,
lighter in his hand for no
Arnold-
reason.
That's the first time I've
Arnold's the
used that
best.
word too, by the way.
Yeah.
smarmy, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down, and we're gonna celebrate that next year. Rob said
It's a weird
smarmy.
word.
It
Rob,
is.
Rob,
Yeah.
Rob said smarmy.
There we go.
Today, what's today's date?
13.
August
August, yeah.
13th. Okay, we got
Too
it.
many M's in it.
Got it. I love the word smarmy. I also like the word hooligan.
That's a good
Hey,
one.
it's Lauren, man. What's up, Lauren?
Lauren
Yeah.
Ryan.
He's right. I mean, they're right
Yeah.
about that. Get your ass to Mars. Like
Because
that's
it's said about 14 times when the computer's glitching, right? Is that what it is?
Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars. Now, that has to be because he pulls this thing out of his face, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that pellet comes out, and then it's got the tracker in it, which looks like a big ass bullet, and then he sticks it in a Snickers bar, and he feeds it to the rat, and then it's just like, now the rat, of course, is dragging it around there for a second, but then of course eventually the rat eats it. Now, I've had pet rats before.
I thought you were gonna say you had one of these in your nose.
Well, no, not
I
recently.
pulled something like this out.
Not
Yeah, leave it in.
recently. Not recently. But I'm sorry, no rat's gonna eat something like that. And no, maybe a suppository if the other rat shows
Yeah,
up
it
his
was
ass.
it was physically impossible because the thing when he pulled out was huge. It was
It
like
was
a giant
so
red
big.
orb, and then this rat just swallowed it.
Well,
Well,
this
it was the size of like a 45 caliber like cartridge.
We need to see a picture because it seemed like it was a giant ass
It was
jawbreaker.
big. It was
Yeah.
That's why
I mean,
they had
look
to
at
use
the-
Oh, I'm
prosthetic
talking
arms.
about the tracker inside. I mean,
Right.
the whole thing was like a jawbreaker, but
Oh.
the thing inside of it
it was still
like a
huge.
45.
So it gnawed
45
through it.
cartridge.
Then we're saying it gnawed through it then and got the main part out, the tracker part out.
No, he already
He
got
got the
no.
whole
That
thing.
came out as soon as it came out of his nose. It went. Whoosh,
Oh,
and
it
then-
opened. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
and it
about
looked
that.
like
All
a
right.
bullet.
Yeah, that's why they had to use prosthetic Arnold head for the scene because it stretched his whole nose to like.
He would have ripped
insane
this.
proportion.
Yeah, he would have ripped it. So no.
Which is like, it's such a weird problem. Like, why not just make the thing smaller so you don't have to shoot the scene like this and you can just actually use Arnold? It's weird. I mean, I guess you already had prosthetic Arnold head, so you might as well use it wherever you can.
It's like, hey, you mind if we make another prosthetic of you? I mean, we've got several down in the lab.
Oh, the remake did a whole different route. compared
I
to
don't
that.
remember what they did.
It was a phone that was embedded in the guy's hand.
Yeah.
And then when he realized that, like, he ended up like using a piece of shard of glass to cut it out and like pull it out, and he gave it to like some street kid, like was like, "Yo, take that," and then he went off and everything like that. So it was like a phone thing. It was like a phone device embedded in his hands. He cut like on the hair,
Yeah.
pulled it out, and gave it to like a kid and everything.
That's good.
That's not nearly as interesting, is it?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say,
It's not.
pull it from his butt or something. 'Cause-
Well, I know that I know we've been popping in over to the comments here and there before we move on. I'm just gonna pop over there real quick and just say hi to everybody. It's like, of course, there's there's
Cherry
Tawny.
bomb,
Yeah, that's
basically.
Tawny is basically my sister. So hello to Tawny. I love you, sweetheart. Haven't seen you. Hopefully, you see you real soon. And then, of course, there's Lorne, Super Rob Lorne. Yeah, most popular line according to Google is "Get your ass to Mars." Yeah, I agree. You know, it has to be. I don't know if that one is my favorite line or not, but I know that I've watched the movie before and walked around the house when there's nobody here.
Well, I got a good line.
Yeah,
I got a good line real fast. When Quaid finally meets Homegirl from the Resistance,
yeah.
and she grabs his junk, and he's like,
yeah, yep.
and she grabs his junk, and she's like, "We've been feeding it, mostly blondes."
Oh, I think it's still hungry. It's like, oh, I love you.
I'm taking y'all. If there ain't women here, I'm taking. So I'm just saying it out loud. All right, Dee Dee, don't get mad. All right.
All right, well, let's pop back over here. So, we all have our favorite lines there, but the action in this movie is, kind of what kind of keeps it going. There's comedy here. There's, a lot of mystery. We don't know what the hell's going on because at least Douglas Quaid, he himself, he has no idea what's going on because, here you got this hardworking guy. And he wakes up. He's got his very loving and very randy sort of female of the female persuasion lady here who he's married to, and I love what she's wearing there. That's just lovely. And he's just like, I'm having a nice day. I'm making my little shake here. I'm having some breakfast, and then he's, why don't we go to Mars? And she's like, nah, I don't think so. Okay, I'll get that out of my idea. I'll get that head out of my idea. He decides to go to work, and
classic scene.
he talks to his buddy at work who plays Joey's dad on Friends, and he talks to Harry at work, and don't let him screw with your mind. That's not a good thing. Buddy of mine got lobotomized. But what does he do against everybody's warning? He goes to recall. And then of course,
suckered in by that commercial in the subway.
Yeah, and then of course, the guy who works there, suckers him into, why don't you get this secret agent package? What's the best, what's the same thing every time you go on vacation? I don't know, I give up. You're the same you. No matter what, it's always you. There you are, wherever, there you go, wherever you're at, that sort of thing. But, they install the thing, and then the next thing you know, you got this thing going on, and he's choking everybody, and they're like, we've found a memory cap, and obviously this dude is not who he says he is, and our agency has placed him there. And then he's on his way home, and he sees Harry again, and he ends up wasting all these guys, and he gets back at home. And, of course, the lovely Sharon Stone, a.k.a. Lori Quaid, has been working out, and I don't care if that's an outdated outfit or not. God, I love it.
Maybe they'll have a lollipop chainsaw costume in there for you.
That would be great. I would love that. Yeah. But we've got all this action going on. There's some practical stunts going on here. There's nothing digital back then that's really crazy. There's not a whole lot of digital effects and things like that.
It really feels like the first half to me. It felt a lot like, this is Paul Verhoeven. Paul Verhoeven? I forget how you say his name. But the guy that did RoboCop. And
Verhoeven.
Verhoeven, okay.
Close enough.
Yeah. This is so obviously the guy that directed RoboCop. Like the tone of this first half of the movie, you can see it in the second half too. But this first half here, where all this is happening, it's so like that commercial in the subway for the fake memory thing, the implants. That is so a commercial that would be in like RoboCop.
Yeah,
like
with those commercials.
It would be one of those commercials, and this is just he actually went to one of those businesses and actually did it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because this is like maybe a couple of years after RoboCop. It's not that far apart.
No,
so,
3
years.
If you notice too, all his movies have the same tones of color to them too.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of gray.
Very gray and blocky, and then a lot of like random sci-fi stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm. And there's just this subtle goofiness to it.
Yeah.
Even though it
feels
not...
like my fault, Johnny.
You're good.
No, it feels like a real lived-in world. That's what I think. Like,
it's very well realized.
Yeah, especially with the commercials and everything like that. I think that really kind of like seals the deal because it's just like this is not just like expose talking about the protagonist and everything. Like there's other things that are happening like around it and everything like that. You know what I
And with
mean?
him being the same villain in both movies, that also kind of links him for me a little bit too.
Oh, true that.
Yeah,
True that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And interestingly, this is now the third movie we've had that Ronnie Cox has been in that we've done. So that was that.
Oh,
and
that's
Beverly
right.
Hills
He
Cop.
was in Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, so that's 3 movies that Ronnie Cox has been in. So, and I believe Ronnie Cox is like now 92 years old. So you just keep on trucking, dude. I love you.
Yeah.
It's like you see him, and he's like you see him, you're like, oh, he's the bad guy. Like back then, like you don't even have to go through like the whole story. Like soon you saw him, like, that's the bad guy.
And that's one thing that I've always said
The
about
slick back hair means you're bad.
Yeah.
Well, there are certain actors that I think that their range is so good, and they are so good at what they do. Of course, you can take a part, but that doesn't mean that you are going to be able to invest in that person and suspend your disbelief.
Yeah.
And Ronnie Cox, I believe, has that because I really love him as Bogomil, and there was another movie I saw him in a long time ago. And he's just a real likable person anyway, because I've seen him in interviews and I've seen him on game shows back in the day. And he, he seems like he's really cool. If you can convey to an audience, and that audience really hates you in one movie, and then in another they just fall in love with you. And I've said this to my wife Lynn many a time about Sam Neill. I saw Sam Neill for the very first time in the Chevy Chase movie, Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Not the best movie in the world, but back then I was like, this was all right. And I hated Sam Neill. Never saw him before in my life. And then within 2-3 years, I saw him in Jurassic Park and fell in love. Sam Neill is the man is an acting treasure. And I think that there are some actors out there who can pull off just about anything. I'm not saying that Ronnie Cox here has the acting chops of say like maybe a Johnny Depp, but he does have range. He's not like George Clooney, where basically all he does is play George Clooney. Don't get me wrong, I do like George Clooney, but his range is like this, and that's it. You know.
Think with that. I know that, Scott, you're thinking about Halloween movies and stuff like that. Yeah. Event Horizon.
Oh, I love Event Horizon.
That movie, there's a lot to say about that one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yo.
Yeah.
That movie was scary back in the day.
And that's still one of those movies I can watch it over and over and over again, and I'm still going, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Event Horizon.
Although I don't think it's as much like on purpose with that movie as it is with this one.
Yeah. But Rob, have you seen Event Horizon before?
Yeah, they basically went to hell.
Yeah, for the most part, the shit went to hell and came back.
Let's pop back over here to the
the
chat real quick. I'm gonna put this one up real quick. I know you guys probably saw it, but this is something I'll tell you a little story, just a side story here real quick. So this is from Tawny.
Chat. Very funny.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you about that real quick, then we'll move on.
Jesus, Tawny.
What? Yeah. So
family show.
It is, but the families are all asleep. So
I drop an F-bomb once per episode, I think. So.
There was one Christmas when I was still living at home that the phone just kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. I mean, every relative, I could have swear we had people that were calling that were dead even. Yeah. And the phone rang so many times that and we had caller ID, but when Tawny called, I literally picked up the phone and I said, "Merry F you," and that just kind of it's been a thing ever since. So, but Mysticles, Mysticles says, "Clever girl, funny like this." Yeah, she's a fox in this one. Yes, she is. She is absolutely ravishing in this film.
Where is Clever Girl?
That's in Jurassic Park.
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, was that a Jurassic Park
movie,
thing or
another one?
And then of course Game Junction. I'm going to imagine that's Brandon. I mean, it could be Brandy as well if she is also there. I believe they're still in Arizona. Hey, how's it going, guys? Total Recall is an excellent movie. Yes, one of my absolute personal favorites.
Yeah, that's cool. They could pop on, and they were at the Game On Expo, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, is that out west?
I think they're on their way back. Like,
well, the Game On Expo was on, but now it's off. So
you probably heard my Arizona comment earlier in the show, so
could have been. But the technology back then, and then compare that to now. I mean, just like in Star Trek, there's a lot of people have said, "Oh, we used to have doors that do this on Star Trek, and now they open all by themselves. And now you have cell phones that were like, and all that stuff. Oh, this was, like a flip phone, and okay, whatever. I mean, I understand that some things, and then the iPads and
the flip phone thing's pretty weird. That one's legit, I think.
I think so. Somebody said we got to do that one of these days, and then eventually we had the ability to do it. And I have a phone here, and I will never get rid of this phone. And it's a Motorola, I believe. And it was a really cool, no, it's a Nokia. And it was really cool because it had a button you push and it actually flipped open by itself. I just thought it was the
spring
coolest.
Loaded, huh?
It was spring loaded. Coolest thing ever.
Bombed.
But
fancy.
But about the futuristic technology shown in the film, like the video calls, the holograms, how does that compare to technology that we have in 2023?
Well, the holograms were not there yet, but I think that's more or less the next step. Like, once we get tired of putting ourselves into virtual reality, I think that is probably what's going to happen. We're going to find some way, God knows how, to bring shit out into our world.
Yeah.
And so then you'll have the little hologram thing where you can laugh at people when they try to shoot you.
Well,
I think the most advanced we are on par with right now is Back to the Future 2. We can do video calls on our TV.
Right. Yeah. And, I don't know if you're going to allude to this, Scott, or not, but the security that we have now was definitely alluded to in this movie. Like all of this, this big panel of X-ray stuff. I don't think we have that exactly, but, the TSA people in the airport, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Like stand here and do this so we can get a, incredibly invasive naked scan of you.
I think the movie Minority Report, a lot of the security and things that were in that movie are starting to come to fruition now, because I've heard of a lot of personalized ads that will start coming about soon just because of facial recognition. So if they know that you're into something, all of a sudden, boop, it'll pop up and be like, hey, how's it going there, John? Would you like, to come over here and check out these jeans? And it's just like, okay, that might be embarrassing for some people depending upon the products they're pushing. So
I'm gonna make it real simple.
Yeah.
Real simple. Remember when Quaid checked into the hotel?
Yes.
Remember he had to get the security box? What did he have to do?
Thumbprint.
We already have that.
Yeah, we have that on our phone.
Yeah.
On our phone, computers. We already have that.
Yep.
So it only works 10% of the time, but we have it.
Yeah.
If you didn't eat anything greasy and stuff, you're all set.
Like I said, it only works 10% of the time.
Yeah.
There is something that we also have now, and they also had in Minority Report, and we have it now. We have self-driving cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you basically
coming.
Yeah.
The Johnny Cab.
The Johnny Cab coming.
The Johnny Cab.
I will tell you this much: I do have a meme coming up with the Johnny Cab in it, but I don't want to bring that up at this moment. But yes, the Johnny Cab. So we have plenty of gore and violence in the movie. That's what I like in my movie. I don't like a much. Don't get me wrong. I like a nice, sweet movie, just like the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
I hate The Notebook, but anyway.
Hey! People might like that.
Oh, I'm sure there's people who do, but that movie to me, I will just say that movie to me disappointed me at the very, very end. There's plenty of really great movies out there that I'd bawl my eyeballs at, but my wife was just like, "So what'd you think?" I said, "That was the stupidest end of all time." I was like kind of hoping to see this nice happy ending, and then they went and screwed me. I was like, "No, this sucked." So, but
they should have gotten into a gunfight.
It was her husband the whole time, man.
I've never seen the movie, and I'm not intending to see it. Okay?
Well, he did have Alzheimer's, right? So they could have done anything. They could have
exactly.
Maybe Douglas Quaid has Alzheimer's. We don't know.
Who knows?
But back to gore and violence, which is the subject at hand. The film has its fair share of violence and gore. How does the gore and the violence contribute to the movies and the tone and the impact that was it still effective? Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like Arnold just was breaking necks for the majority of the movie.
From the jump.
Was he breaking necks the majority of the movie? Like
he was snapping and breaking everything.
Yeah,
dude.
once he got loose in this scene right here, the rest of the movie was just like Johnny said, he was just killing everybody.
He's killing everybody. Like no question. At all.
Don't cross this man. Which kind of lends a little bit of credence to the theory that so much of it didn't really happen. That when he was offered that red pill, that was actually what was happening.
Oh,
yeah.
That's one of the theories anyway. I don't know if I subscribe to it, but
explain. I need to further explain that. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, later on in the movie, we can talk about it if you want. But later on in the movie, there's where it's sort of a progenitor to the Matrix scene, with the blue pill, red pill thing.
Oh yeah, with the psychologist and everything like that, right?
He gives him the chance to wake up, and what he's telling him is reality. Yeah. And if you shoot me, you're going to end up stuck in this fake, in your mind, all screwed up, and you're really going to be lobotomized in the real world. And he does it because he sees a bead of sweat run down his head, and it makes him think that he's lying.
He's lying.
Yeah.
But the theory is that he invented the bead of sweat to trick himself into staying into the fake reality and shooting him, and then so that's the theory. And I think it's a valid theory. I don't know if I subscribe to it, but there's a lot of people that say that, and I don't totally hate it.
Okay.
But anyway, go ahead. We were talking about what were we talking
violence.
About? Violence.
Senseless violence.
Yeah.
Well, the violence is when you combine this Paul Verhoeven's type of cartoony comic book violence, it's like he takes things that happen in comic books, but he makes them real. Like you remember when the guy got shot by Ed 209 300 times more times than he needed to be. Like something like that would be in a comic book and it would be kind of silly, but he's like, no, let's make that real. And there's blood everywhere and it's horrible. Mm-hmm. And so that vision is here. Plus the makeup and effects team from The Thing, if I'm not mistaken, or at least, some folks from that team. So there's, all the, the bulging faces and all of that stuff amplifies it to such an insane degree. It's a really great mix. It's like that makeup and effects team and that vision of Paul Verhoeven is it's an unholy mix. I really like it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think it goes over the top or just to the top, just to the brim, just to spill over a little bit, but it's not so crazy that you're just like, okay, like the movie The Man of Steel. Don't get me wrong, I like the movie Man of Steel until we get to the end. And then it's just like two super beings going through every building they can possibly, and it's like for 20 minutes. Listen, even in Superman 2, there was a limit. But it's just like
it destroyed the whole city. Yeah,
let's just destroy everything. Basically, there's nothing that nobody can do to these people anyway. Mm-hmm. And they're showing how powerful they are in Superman 2. But in this movie, it was just like I even said this. I don't care how strong Superman or the Kryptonians are. If you have a building that is, say, 10, 20 blocks wide, there's going to be a little resistance there. It's not like they're going through toilet paper. So it was just kind of like, you're going too over the top, Mr. Snyder. You're not showing.
You got to earn it. You got to earn that.
Yeah. It was like when Peter fought the chicken on Family Guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Perfect example.
That's perfect. Yeah. It's just like it kept going and going. It's like, oh, for the love of God. I mean, even the chicken and Peter are like.
It went on for like 10 years.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyway,
Fox is one of our sponsors too, so sorry, Fox.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, Disney. But anyway, Mars is a setting. We talked about the Red Planet before. What do you think about Mars in this movie by comparison to other films that have depicted Mars, like say the movie Red Planet?
It's just so red. It's just so exaggerated red. And it's interesting that they make it such a hellscape because I guess the bulging of the faces is really, I don't know if that's a lack of oxygen as much as is a lack of pressure, right?
Just decompression. That's what
right.
It is. Yeah.
So, and that makes sense. I mean, it's interesting. There's one other movie that sort of did that. Of course, not to this extreme degree.
Damn, that
But
is
if you ever watch the movie Mission to Mars, they sort of touch on that too.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Is that the one with Don Cheadle in
Yeah,
it?
Don Cheadle and Gary Sinise.
Yep, that's the one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Really good movie. But anyway, it's an interesting, that one and Mission to Mars are like this and Mission to Mars are probably my two favorite Marses, if there is such a thing.
What about Ghost of Mars with Ice Cube?
I still want to see
remember
that.
Ice Cube. I don't remember anything else about that movie.
I still want to see that.
I just remember Ice Cube was snarling and growling the whole time.
No, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, it was goofy. I remember it was pretty goofy.
Yeah.
Well, there is one thing that Gene brought up earlier about Mars, and I really think that was a very poignant a point that you made. You said that it looked very lived in. And it kind of reminds, because like, we've all done some traveling here or there, and I've been to Vegas a couple of times, and that was back, in the 90s when I was in Vegas, in the mid 90s. And I've been to Toronto 6 or 7 times. And, you can go to any city and you're going to have the seedy part of town or a part of town that's under construction and something that's going, even in a nice small town that's kind of like your typical all-American kind of town. And, it's not like you're going to see all the trash picked up or that sort of thing, but there are plenty of neighborhoods and areas in all over the world that are like that, where it looks very manicured. But I think that Mars here does look like it's been there for a little while. It looks very lived in. It is a mining colony after all. I mean, look at this picture here. I mean, they're just digging into the planet, and they've got they've got stuff hanging off the sides and pipes and stuff. It kind of reminds me of a steel mill when you see that kind of a thing, or like you're driving through Buffalo. I mean, and no offense to anybody who's in Buffalo, because I've been through Buffalo.
It's like a blue collar, like a developing blue collar kind of town. Yeah.
Yes, but I think I would even go even a step further than that. Add Vegas to that, because every time I've gone to Vegas, depending upon what part of town you're in, it's either going to be dirty as hell, crap everywhere, ads for hookers everywhere. You name it. It was just like, it's a party town. I mean, it looks like America's biggest dorm, and then but if
I feel what you're talking about, Scott.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
like you had Venusville, which was like the seedy underbelly of Mars, right?
Yeah.
But then didn't Quaid pull up to whatever the quote unquote Marriott of Mars?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
The Ritz, wasn't it?
Ritz Carlton, yeah.
Ritz,
yeah. The Ritz, yeah, Hotel Ritz, yeah. Okay, thanks, yeah, thank you.
And it was kind of nice.
So it was really that's like the ritzy part of Mars and everything, and everything like that. So there's there's boroughs, there's boroughs in Mars. You know what I mean?
And which makes sense. That's how it would probably be, right?
And
like Scott said, like any major city
society
has it. Sorry, go ahead, Rob.
Oh no, sorry, I was agreeing with you. Any society basically.
But even on Mars, it's like wherever he went, it still felt to me, even when he was at the Ritz Carlton here, it was toned down a little bit, but it still felt like this kind of dirty or used sort of feeling was still following, even though he was there. He was in the nicest part of town, but it was still felt lived in. It didn't feel, like you're going into a very nice hotel, like you're going to the Omni Berkshire, or you're going to an actual Ritz Carlton or something like that. And you walk in, it's just like, wow, everything's so clean and nice. And, I mean, how long is this
Mars version of it?
Yeah, how long has this building been here? 40 years, but we keep it up. Oh, wow.
But then you can also argue the fact that, remember, the mutants that were in Mars, right? The mutants were a result of poorly constructed domes. That didn't shield the radiation or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, most likely it was radiation, because Mars doesn't really have an atmosphere like that.
Right.
Like here on Earth and everything. So they didn't have the proper shielding to protect from like the sun's radiation. So then you end up having these mutants and stuff like that. But then Cohagen or whatever the powers that be, put more money into Mars to create like better sections and stuff like that.
Right.
It's like poor city planning. That's what I say.
Very well put.
Almost like a company town, like it probably started out that way and then just kind of, like you said, poorly kind of grew out from there.
Jeez,
yeah, that's how Boston is.
I was gonna say it reminds me of North Korea, but
well, and that kind of might remind me of another good depiction of Mars that sort of reminds me of this in sort of a vague way. The Red Faction, the original Red Faction on PS3.
Oh yeah.
Where it was now that game that focused totally on like the workers versus the powers that be and the rebellion, which they touch on a little bit in this movie. There's whiffs of that in this, but they go in a million different directions. But it does kind of make me think of Red Faction a little bit in that way too, especially when they're showing you the underground stuff.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely. Now Quaid himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, who of course he is playing someone with a kind of identity crisis. He has his relationships like anybody else does. But what are his relationships or interactions like with, say, Melina, Laurie Richter, and Velos Cohagen, those four main characters? How do these relationships help Quaid's development throughout the movie?
That's tough to say. There's so many layers to every interaction he has with somebody because you don't know if they're going to turn on him. You don't know if they are who they say they are. You don't know if he's dreaming or not. And it's I don't know if I'd call it a flaw with the movie necessarily because that's what the movie wanted to do. But it as a viewer, it makes it a little bit harder for me to buy into any one premise because I'm so afraid, I'm so like conditioned by this movie to have everything turned upside down on me at any moment. You know what I mean? So it's hard to quantify like any one interaction because you're always thinking about like, oh, could he have actually meant that? And that's why this is like this. And you're always like, your mind is running.
Sure.
At least I am when I watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that there is only one person in the movie. Well, maybe two. Well, no, it isn't two. I'll explain what I was saying. There's one person in the movie who his intentions are 100% pure. And they flicker for like half a second only because he was told so, but I believe that's Richter. Because he wants to kill him or obtain him, whatever. He wants to, restrain him, whatever. Plus on top of that, he's sleeping with Richter's wife. She's on assignment, but just like, Richter's buddy, said, he goes, oh no, it's like, you think she likes it? He's like, oh no, I'm sure she hates every minute of it. One way or the other, he's not liking this dude for every reason until, he's about to get changed back into Hauser. And it's just like, hey, we'll see you at the party. And that's it. Yeah. But the other person who was kind of pure there for a moment, but at the same time, he was also duplicitous for good reason, was Kuato. I think everybody else, had their agenda, or they had to keep themselves quiet, or they were always going to stab him in the back, or just like even like Melina. It was just like, oh, I love you, Hauser. I'm so glad you're here. I'm not Hauser. I'm Quaid. Well, who the fuck are you? Get the hell out of here. And then it's just like, get out of here. I'm going to shoot you. And the next thing you know, I'm just out of frickin' nowhere. She just decides to show up and save the day right here. So, but Kuato,
Sarah Connor style.
That was clutch. That was so clutch.
But even Kuato himself, the whole time, no, hey, I'm just this dude at the bar. Hey, why don't you check out Mary? Mary's really cool. It's just like, no, I'll wait for Melina. Oh, your Earth slime, and he's just kind of sitting there in the background, just kind of watching people. Yeah, this is our guy. This is our guy. And then all of a sudden, he has this little symbiote come out, and oh hi, I'm here to hold your hands. That's kind of a thing. I'm sure that's exactly what the actual dialogue really was before they changed it.
I gotta watch this movie again. I gotta watch this movie again tonight. Just to laugh.
Do you own it?
just to laugh all over again.
Do you own it?
I have a funny. Can I say?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like really short story and stuff. So I watched this when I was younger. I think I was probably like 10 or 11 and stuff like that with my dad. And again, it's a rated R movie and everything like that. My uncle. Well, I'm not gonna get into that, but like I remember watching with my dad, and the biggest thing when I'm watching like violent movies with my dad is like he's explaining is like, look, you get shot, like you can't just like walk like a couple of miles and you're okay.
Oh, like, just a flesh wound.
No, it's a flesh knot. Like that doesn't work. That doesn't work. And then when the 3 boobs thing popped up, when that happened, my dad was like, "Those are fake. Like you seen your mom's breasts. Like they're not like under her shorts. Okay, all right, all right. But it's like breasts don't look like that. Like that's fake. Like, but that was the biggest thing with him. And then we seen RoboCop together, and I was younger than that, and he would just explain like, look, this stuff is not real. Like, someone doesn't bleed that much from that. Like, that doesn't happen.
And not die.
Yeah. And then like my dad's from Haiti, you know, and like there's a lot of stuff like he hasn't really talked about his life and everything. But I'm pretty sure like a lot of it had to deal with a lot of like, you know, questionable stuff where he saw when he was growing up and everything like that. So he would always like talk about that. Like, no, that doesn't work. That's not happening and everything like that. Like, don't worry about like no, okay? Because I'm a little kid and I'm like freaking out. Like it's like watching it and everything. But yeah, I just want to put it out there. And
that's good that you had that guidance. You know, you had that wisdom to kind of guide you through, you know, movies like that.
Yeah, versus like watching over a friend's house, like
yeah, where your friend is like, I bet boobs really do look like that, and you're like, yeah, I guess. You know?
Here, have one.
You know, 30 years later, you have to unlearn
Rob, it. I didn't make you uncomfortable, Rob, did I? Like,
oh no, you're good.
Okay. I'm just saying. Put it out there.
They look just like that.
Stupid.
Yeah, they've got the Video Vault Live.
Your dad was better. My dad would have said something like, "You know, they don't have 3, right, idiot?" And then that would just
yeah.
Then we would just kept watching the movie.
But that lady has them.
Yeah.
Let's pop over in the chat real quick. Well, I want to remind Gene, it is
right.
time.
Hour.
So
yeah.
Yes.
I got a important engagement. I gotta head out to y'all.
Oh, all right, man.
Yeah, thanks for okay, look at the camera.
Tell us.
Of course. Thanks for having me here and everything like that. Y'all know me. Most of y'all who's showing up know me. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, same name, Camps Off
Gaming.
Yeah, I love y'all, and I love Scott, dude, Johnny, Rob. Like, this is like the best thing, and especially I'm about to start school again. Like, I'm really looking forward to these podcasts. Like, really looking forward.
I'm looking forward to Torg. Torg is going to be a blast.
Oh my gosh. Oh, John, you're going too, right?
Yep, I'll be a vendor actually.
Oh my gosh,
I'll be there both days the whole time.
I'm so buying stuff from you, dog.
Please do.
Yo, but
buy his stuff.
Buy my crap, please.
Yeah, well, yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna run. Everybody, stay tuned. Like we're awesome. So like that's what it is.
No lies detected.
All right, y'all. Peace out, man.
I will see you.
Hey, say hi to Mom and Dad. Drive safe, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're landing in probably like 45 minutes, but I'm gonna be burning on the street.
All right.
All right.
See you soon.
Later.
All right.
I've driven with him. He's not lying.
There was a buddy of mine used to scare the hell out of me. He had this Nissan was it a 300ZX? It was an old one. And oh my gosh, I thought this thing was going to fly apart. It was fun, but I'm surprised that I didn't end up dead. But
It was like a V8 or something.
I really don't know. I know that every car that I had at that time was a V8. It might have been, but it was just so low to the ground, and the thing was old. And as a matter of fact, I'm not even sure it was a Nissan. It might have still been a Datsun before they changed it over to the Nissan. So
That's beyond my knowledge.
Yeah, different story for a different day. Yeah, Nissan used to be known as Datsun, so a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but
Fun
anyway, I'm going to pop back over to the chat real quick and say hi to everybody and see what everybody's talking about. Tawny says they have robot security guards at Crocker Park now. Yeah, like what do they think? Those little egg guys? They just go, oh, hello,
What are those supposed to do?
I mean, yeah,
Like, what if can I just kick it over?
It probably weighs a lot. I would imagine you can't. However,
well, okay, maybe I can't kick it over, but I can still I can rob somebody right in front of it. What's it gonna do?
Huh. Do not move. Do not move.
Please.
Warning, collision.
You're gonna plead with me? You're a robot. I'm a human.
I mean, that's worse than a Bobby in England. Stop, or I'll say stop again. She just said they do not. They do not a damn
I mean, you
thing.
get video of it, I guess, and a month later when the police sort it out, they might be able to do something about it. But in the moment, that doesn't make me feel safer. A little robot. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got a parking ticket and a rental car there once, and guess what happened to that?
Oh, their money was red too in the movie?
Huh?
Their money was red in the movie too?
Yes, their money was red and had Cohagen on it, and I did have a picture of it. I was going to put it in here, but I did not.
That's funny.
I had so many pictures. I was like, that's all right.
Was that on purpose? Did that mean something?
I don't think so. I mean, you only see it for a second,
Right. I remember it though. I did make a mental note about it. I was like, wow, that's some red ass money. Why though?
I don't know.
I wonder, maybe just because of the dust.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Just Mars bucks.
There's Dave, man. What's up, Dave?
Yeah, Dave, you thinking about that game while y'all were talking about Mars? Yeah.
Red Faction.
Which game?
Red
Faction.
Red Faction talk. Yeah, and then Mysticles, love that game. And
Red Faction's great.
I vote the next Arnold movie should be Running Man or The Sixth Day. Well, the Running Man, and I love The Sixth Day as well. Love that movie. But the next Arnold movie that I have picked out is neither of those. Although those will be on the slate later on. But coming up soon.
Have we done Predator on this show? I know it wasn't when I was here.
That's the one I'm doing next.
That's the one, baby.
That's not the next movie, but that is the next Arnold movie, and it is on down.
I love that movie. I love that movie. Cool.
Yeah, and let's see. I'm out, gentlemen. Got to prep for work tomorrow. Love you, ladies. Bye bye. Yep, love you too, lady. Have a good work at day tomorrow. You have a good work at day tomorrow.
It's a very confusing statement there.
Yeah.
We're gentlemen or are we ladies?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of her thing. She says "love you, ladies" to everybody.
Okay.
So it's just a thing we do. And then, but she works for a pet hospital. She is a pharmacist for a pet hospital.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So, and then Lauren says yes, Predator, great choice, Scott, and all three movies great. I just watched Total Recall again yesterday, of course. And then right after that, I watched The Running Man. I have this awesome 2 CD or DVD set that I luckily got hold of, and I was just like, they'll pry this one out of my cold dead hands. I don't even want the Blu-ray.
Cool.
And then Ryo says hi to Art Freak, and I also love Predator. Yeah, great movie. Even the second one was pretty decent.
Yeah, it's kind of underrated. I like it.
And then I liked Predators. I thought that one was pretty decent.
Yep, it was good too. I like all. There really isn't a bad the Predator. That one that was like 2018 or something.
Yeah,
that was kind of a mess, but I didn't hate it.
That's the one where they used the RV to get away at one point. There was a bunch of them. Like it was in a suburb.
And there was like a giant one.
I mean, Alien versus Predator was bad, and then Alien versus Predator 2. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Requiem was horrible. Requiem was horrible. There's no excusing Requiem. You can excuse the first AVP if you work really hard at it.
Yeah.
But Requiem is a bad movie.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I don't mean to derail.
It's all right. Derailing is fun on this channel because it proves that we have a soul, baby.
That's true.
That's right.
I believe I do.
Well, real versus implanted. You know, and I'm not talking about the three boob lady.
Well, that's definitely implanted.
Yeah,
Hope to
definitely
God.
implanted. You know, he had implanted memories and he had his own memories. Do we know what's what? If you could have, if you yourself, like Rob, if you could have a memory implant, what would it be? Would you be a spy? Would you be, you know, you know,
What were the choices?
I'd be a bum, man.
The Mars bum?
I don't like doing crap, man. So I imagine like if I had an implanted memory, it would just be me not doing crap. So
I like that. I like that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
What were his choices? I've seen the movie so many times. I saw it a couple times in the theater. Because I know there was a secret agent.
I'm looking it up now.
There was a millionaire playboy.
Yeah.
Sports hero.
Yeah, sports
and,
hero.
Industrial tycoon.
Okay.
Were the other two.
Yeah.
So if I pick one of those, I guess I just want to be rich because then I could go back to not doing crap.
Right. So then you would say industrial tycoon.
All right.
Because then you just sit and you collect residuals for 40 years and do nothing.
Perfect.
But
John, how about
I don't
you?
know. Secret agent sounds good, but after seeing how that went for him, I don't know. A sports hero, perhaps, just because I've never been good at sports, and that would be like a nice,
Something different,
broadening my
refreshing.
horizons a little bit.
I would go with the tycoons strictly because I've always loved Bond movies, and Bond was the reason how come I didn't do well in school one year for one class, because every 2 weeks they would have I would have a test in biology 2 on Fridays, and then they started airing Bond movies on Thursday night, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch, I'm screwed. And I got a really bad grade on the report card, and I got really punished for it, even though I was a sophomore in high school. So, and what was that Bond's fault? No, that was mine. I mean, I know. But
So that was your one bad grade?
that was the only. Well, I had a couple of minor bad grades on there, but that was the only F I ever got on a report card. I was always an A student.
Must be nice. Must be
Sometimes
nice.
a B here or there.
Not me.
Not me. I
yeah.
was more shocked to get a good grade when it came to high school.
Yeah. And then like with geometry, I didn't do well with geometry either because I didn't have a very good teacher. And then, as a matter of fact, my friend Marilyn, who she's still a good friend of mine today, she was my algebra teacher the year before. She actually said to me, "You come to me for tutoring, and I will get you through this because I know the lady you have. She's a nice person, but I know she can't teach." And every time I would go to this other lady for tutoring, she was teaching me the same way. So I was like, whatever. But I digress. It's not about me and geometry. It's about Douglas Quaid and how crazy he is. I would choose the tycoon because I always said that I'd want to be a Bond villain. So there you go.
That's the quickest route.
That's the quickest route. I told Lynn that if I ever came into an extreme amount of money, one way or the other, I would want to become a Bond villain. I would just love that. I mean, I'm not murdering people and, stuff like that and try to have my own world order. I mean, just, your average Bond villain with a cat and, bitches everywhere and
a bunch of TV screens.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
A robot arm, perhaps.
Yeah.
A laser that goes down a table.
Yeah.
That's what I want. You know it.
It's
That's
my
exactly
kitchen.
it. That's exactly what I want. So at the end of the movie, was it real or was it a dream?
I mean, it fades to white. It doesn't fade to black. It fades to white, which is the universal signal of somebody waking up.
Yeah.
So that's when someone pointed that out to me. I saw a YouTube video where they pointed that out to me, and that absolutely blew my mind because it doesn't fade to black. They're right. It fades to white. And it looks like somebody's about to wake up from a dream, and then it's over. It cuts to black from that.
Or with it being a program, it could just be going into the next story,
Sure, yeah, some sort of transition.
I never thought it was over either. Like Johnny said, I always thought it was something was different.
So my suspicion is I would like it to be real because it makes because it's the ending was good. It was a good movie ending, and it felt satisfying on the surface. And if you don't think about it too much, don't worry about, some of the weird things that people knew that they shouldn't have known. But and you just look at the end, they kiss, they're on a mountaintop, the sun is gleaming down. Okay, it's an ending, it feels good. And I want that to be it. But given how the movie has been up to that point, you're so traumatized not being able to,
you can't trust it.
You can't trust anything. Yeah. Exactly. So why should I trust that this was just a standard Hollywood movie ending at the end of all that? At the end of that hour and 50 minutes of topsy-turvy craziness, why would they let it just end like a normal movie? It makes no sense.
Right.
So I suspect if you were to ask, the people that wrote it, like what they think in their heart of hearts, I don't know if maybe somebody's done that. Maybe you can find that out. But my suspicion is deep down, it probably isn't. But I also think the movie purposefully leaves it open, and that's fine too, for us to not really know. And that's okay too. I kind of like not knowing. Like, I think we talked about this on the Pulp Fiction episode when we were talking about like what's in the briefcase. I don't know, and I kind of like not knowing. Yeah. So I kind of feel that way about this too. I'm happy with it not being necessarily pointed out to me one way or the other.
I agree with that. Yeah. And I know that there's always what would be perceived as the right answer, by those who are hypothesizing, well, it fades to white. So, he must be waking up from a dream. And I really like that. I've never actually heard that before. And I'm going to keep that now because I always kind of hope that this was not a dream. But in the back of my head, I always said, nah, this has to be the dream. He's going to wake up and he's still at home and there's Sharon Stone.
What do people in the comments say? Do they think anything? I mean, who's watching? Maybe they have theories too.
Yeah, nobody said anything yet.
Can you do polls on your thing?
No, we can't do polls, but we can ask everybody if you're watching, was it a dream? Was it reality? What do you think?
Yeah. Are you still
let
here?
us know. And if you're seeing this video after the fact and you've gotten to this part, what do you think? Put it in the comments below. We'd love to hear. You see, but I'm a graphic designer and an artist, and there are paintings that I have and drawings that I have that are pretty straightforward, and there are some that are not. And I always loved, especially when I was in college, I loved hearing. Now you can't see it right now, but the painting that was back here, this one over here you can't see right now, but the painting that was over here, the one with the skull and the cars being destroyed and the specter of death and the mushroom clouds, and there's 20 cockroaches around the edge, and there's this great big scythe, and it says murder by numbers on it. That one and a couple of others, when we had critiques on those, I loved hearing different people's ideas of what they thought was going on in that, and sometimes they were spot on. Because sometimes, just like Freud said, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. This has nothing to do with, okay, you may be in love with your mother because, this is a phallic thing. No. There's nothing hidden. There's no agenda. It's just a damn cigar. It's just a commentary on this or whatever.
But this movie, there are no cigars, though. Every cigar is actually something else in this movie.
Exactly.
That's what trips me up because, it looks like it might be a cigar, but
right.
The movie has a track record of not being a cigar,
and that's why that's what I was getting at. Is I enjoy the ideas that people would present me with their interpretations of what I've made.
Yeah,
whether they were right or not, because somebody would say to me, they'd be like, okay, well, what is it? I would come up to them and they'd be like, oh, is this yours? Yeah. Oh, I'm like, and they would ask me, well, I'd be like, well, what? I would ask them, what do you take from it?
Yeah.
Because that belongs to you. I'm only presenting you something you can see. And if you hate this painting and you think it's the worst looking thing you've ever seen, and I'm a shitty artist, fine. Or this makes me want to cry, and I think it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, or makes me want to cry, it's the most horrible thing I've ever seen, but I would buy it from you because it evokes an emotion, one way or the other. Whatever you take with you, I'm glad that I'm giving that to you, and that's how I feel about this movie. Whoever sees this movie, they're taking something great with them. They're taking a great adventure. They're taking, in a way, two love stories, one gone bad and one, good as we see here at the end of the film.
Mhm.
But you're essentially at the end of the day, or at the end of the movie, as it is, row, row, row your boat. Life is but a dream. That's what you get with this film. Let's go back to the comments and see what everybody thinks here. Hey, Rezzy's here. How's it going?
Oh,
Good to
yeah.
see you.
What's up, Rezzy?
Art Freak. Dream.
Yep.
Mystically says, hey.
I think Art Freak is right.
I'm more thinking it was a dream also after hearing it
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Did we change your mind?
Yeah.
All of our rampant speculation changed your mind, Dave?
Dave's like, sure. Well, we've come to the end of those questions, but we're not at the end of the show yet because we still have one thing we have to do.
Bask in the fire.
I am going to turn down the sound on that because I got to tell you guys this. So whenever I make the show every week, I do those countdown videos and the intro videos, and I didn't have my headphones on when I made them last night, and the exit video I got perfect. I'm like, well, that's not too loud, but when I was listening to it today, I was like, holy crap, is that loud? So I had to run it through the thing real quick again and bring the sound out. So Harbinger of Memes needs to come down.
I just want to let the viewers know at home too that this exact is what Texas feels like right now. So this is what I'm sitting in right now. So it was 111 about 40 minutes ago. So
it is hell.
That's God punishing you.
Yeah, you're right, Johnny.
for being in Texas.
Have you ever seen the film Total Recall? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
How hot did you say it was?
Well, it was about 40 minutes ago or so. It was still up to about a 111, 110 around there. And it's almost 8 o'clock now. So I think it's still around 105, 106 right now.
Oh my God. That's
so
brutal.
It's been miserable this month. It's been hot every day this month.
It has been very mild here. We've had a couple of days hitting 90, and there's another one coming here soon. And I think tomorrow it's going to be like 74.
Yeah,
it's been beautiful here.
74. We're not going to be below the 90s till like September something.
Wow.
And we've been fairly lucky, Scott, out here in Ohio. Like it's hot, but it's not like unmanageable.
But then again, we are not as close to the equator as he is.
So I'm probably going to look for a place when I come out there.
Yeah,
please do.
They're overpriced, but we got them.
All right.
I can tell you a couple places that are pretty good to buy in and a couple places to stay away from. And I'm sure John can too.
West Virginia's right next door, and it's all dirt cheap. That's where.
All right. Hey, I got no problem with that.
Yeah, do that.
And I have relatives there.
Oh my God!
Open your mind.
Is that DJ
that
Khaled?
reminds me. Did you all know the TikToker girl that remade like some of these scenes?
No.
With like plastic wrap and stuff.
No.
I'll send it to you, Scott, after this. I should have sent this to you so you could put it on the show. But anyway, go ahead.
That's dude. That's
disturbing.
I really wish I could have gone the rest of my night not seeing that.
One to simply not achieve total recall.
Yeah, you got to go through a massive litany of nonsense before you can get there.
How I feel when people wear too much perfume. Now that happened one time on my way back from Vegas. There was this lady and she had on this rancid freaking old lady perfume, and they forgot to feed me and my buddy Greg, and we were sitting at the very front of the plane. They go all the way back, feed everybody. I'm like an hour and a half later, I'm like, excuse me. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, and I'm like, we had to actually stop off in Kansas City because couldn't refuel the plane in Vegas because it was too hot. It was 114 because, of course, the fumes would ignite. So we had to stop off in Kansas City, refuel there. I'm like, will you please effing feed us already? This lady with her stink. I was getting a migraine, so I'm like, all right, tell the story real quick. So I'm like, hey, you forgot to feed us too. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I now am really, I'm like, you have any aspirin or anything? No, I'm afraid I don't, but how about this? How about if I give you all the free drinks you want?
Okay.
So yeah, a few little bottles of Jack Daniels later, and I was still with a headache, but it was better. But anyway.
That's me. This is me going through Macy's though. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if you all remember back in the day, they used to have a real rough perfume section.
Yeah. Would you like this?
At least the one where I grew up around. And I think it was company wide though, because I remember seeing something about when they decided to tone that down. But yeah, that was rough. And I had real bad allergies as a kid, and it was rough.
Oh, I can only I have a Vulcan nose anyway, and half of that stuff I just want to. I mean, it makes me want to puke, and I'll be like, you know those the Dr. Squatch soaps and stuff.
Right.
They have those at Walmart now, and I was like, oh, cool. And Lynn and I are sitting there, and I'm like, we're standing there, I'm like, before this display, and I'm like, well, let's check these out. And I was like, ah.
Really?
Yeah, every last one of them. They're
too much, huh?
So pungent. It's. I won't even. Not even going to talk about it.
So it's basically like Axe, but for older millennials.
Yes, and take it not even up to 11. Take it up to 20. It's
really
terrible. I can't. If I got this stuff on my skin, I would have to keep taking showers. As a matter of fact, Lynn had this perfume one time that she put on. She go, oh, I tried, and I was like, it was so bad. I said, will you please go take a shower? It was that bad.
Stinking up the house.
Yeah, I was like, it was so strong. I'm real sensitive to stuff. Everything has to have a real clean smell to it. But anyway, so just like Samsung, recall.
Oh, that's. Are we talking about the battery debacle of like 2019 or whatever? Yeah. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah. What happened? I touched the doorknob in 2020 without a glove.
Oh yeah, this is a big COVID meme. I remember.
Ellie, start the generator.
Oh my god!
Wow, they did a little bit too good of a job with that.
Yeah, yes, that's pretty impressive.
It's pretty good. When you rip the nastiest fart in class and laughter after.
Johnny, is that the Johnny Cab?
That's the Johnny Cab. And the Johnny Cab, in case you didn't know, one more Star Trek person here. That is Robert Picardo. That is his likeness. They did the mold of him. Really? That is the holographic doctor from Voyager. Yes.
I'll be damned. Okay.
3 people.
Strikes me more of like a Don Knotts or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But that's him.
Okay.
Okay, now there's no meme here. It's just Sharon Stone was so hot, I had to throw this in.
She does seem like a nice lady.
Yeah, she was lovely. Yeah, she was nice.
Is she no longer with us?
No, she's still around. As a matter of fact, I think she just turned 65, I believe. 65, 69, something like that. Okay. Yeah, and she still looks great. Absolutely great.
Funnier if the 3-breasted women in the remake had 3. I don't think they would ever find a part in that movie to show it. But
yeah, when could that be revealed?
And I will say, I hate it when I can find a meme that's so good, and sometimes it's been so bad that I've actually found another picture and I remake the thing. This one was like borderline. I was like, to heck with it. I'll show it as is.
Well, and 3 butt cheeks has like too many implications, because there's like, if you have 3 butt cheeks, then you have 2 holes. And that's a whole, like, we can't,
that's a whole porno movie that we don't want to get into.
That's like 3 boobs. It's like, haha, it's funny. I'm out. It's over with. 3 butt cheeks makes you think like about stuff.
It starts getting complicated.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to think about all that.
This is too much brain.
I disagree with the meme. I disagree with it.
Fall in love, our wedding, implanted. The 3 ways, anal, lubeless pegging. The pegging was real.
Oh God.
Wow.
Yeah. This
is a rough meme.
Quaid, start the reactor.
Quaid.
That poor child.
I know, that poor baby.
This is a troubled child.
Free Mars. Yeah, troubled kid.
Hopefully they're fine now.
Hopefully. They remade a Total Recall without Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah, they sure did, Bill.
That's Bill Cosby's opinions are no longer valued.
He probably doesn't remember because he drank his own drinks.
he drank his own special sauce.
Yeah. Weird baby hammock vest, Quado from Total Recall.
Is that real?
I think.
I bet it is.
I think it is.
Oh my goodness!
I think it's dumb. I think as dumb as we're becoming, I think that's valid right there.
I could see this on Shark Tank for sure.
Because when I looked it up, when I found this, I saw a couple other things just like it, and I was just like, I didn't even click on it. I was like, I think it is real.
As
What
a
the hell
father,
are
all
we
I can think
doing?
about is how bad that baby's going to explode on the inside.
That's
What
gonna be
the
one
hell are
sweaty
we doing?
baby.
I'm talking about the worst part,
Oh yeah.
the bathroom.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would just have to laugh at
I
her when
don't
she
want
got
that
home.
strapped inside of me.
No.
Oh, dirty Oh, can you imagine taking that off and it's just like, ugh, the smell, So then once again, he gets to Dutch oven his mom.
Well, there's no zipper down the middle, so the
No.
whole. How do you do it? You like peel it up off the baby? That's ridiculous.
I
Don't
know.
buy this if this
No,
exists.
don't buy this. Yeah, don't buy this. You've heard
Johnny's more upset about this than the 3 butts.
I am. Well, I'm upset about that too, to be honest.
You've combined them. Combine them.
I don't like either, Frank. I don't know. It might be equal.
Me and the boys watching Total Recall when we were 8 years old on VHS. Yeah.
Well, there is one for each of them. So
and I know I'm a moron. For the longest time, I kept going, was that real? Did they find a 3-boob chick?
You didn't have a wise dad from Haiti to tell you.
Well,
how things were.
well, I had a wise.
Or my dad would have called you an idiot.
I had
Either
a
way,
wise
get
enough
that
dad that did tell me about a lady who used to live down the street. Her name was, well, I'll just say her she was Mrs. Stutler. I won't say what her first name was. And she was an older lady, real nice. And so later on in my life, some freak conversation was going on of some kind. And my dad says, Mrs. Stutler, she used to have 4 boobies. And I go, what?
Why would he say that to you?
Well, like I said, I don't know what we must have been talking about freaks or I don't know,
You're
third
talking about like
nipples or
deformities or something.
deformities or something. He goes,
Okay.
yeah, she had a nipple under each of her armpits, and I was like,
okay.
and then I'm imagining this really old lady who's like in her 90s, with a gold tooth and disheveled hair, and I'm sitting there going, ugh,
How old were you at this time?
When I found out about it, 13, 12.
Okay, well, you can kind of handle it then, I guess.
Yeah.
I would imagine you being like 5 for some
Yeah,
reason.
that's what I was
No,
thinking
no.
too. Like,
Like,
No,
boy, sit down.
but
Sit
every
down
time,
here.
but every time I watch Friends and Chandler brings up his third nipple, I always think of her and I always go, ugh. So, yeah. Meanwhile, at the special screening of the new Total Recall movie,
What was wrong with that?
well, it was a bad movie. The new Total Recall movie.
Oh, the new
The
one.
new
Oh,
Total
okay,
Recall,
yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to see this movie. It's so bad. Dude. Get me out of here.
I never watched it.
Me neither, and I never will. Not interested.
You're a good friend, and I'm going to tell you right now, God will not give you your time back.
Right. I know that's what will happen. I'll just regret
Both
it.
of you, you're good friends, and I'm trying to tell you this.
You're
If Gene were here, he would tell you, watch it with caution, because, like I said earlier, the cinematography is really good. It kind of looks like it looks like Blade Runner. The movie looks like Blade Runner, but not as good.
Well, it's a similar idea to Blade Runner, I guess, when you're thinking about the world. But I just don't want to see it remade.
But not the way that they made it. They made this movie and it looked like Blade Runner because almost everything was Asian and it was
Neon.
It was bad. It was bad.
Okay.
But that's the end of our Harbinger. So. Let's run back over here to the comments real quick and see what's going on.
Explosions.
Yeah, Dave says Tennessee's weather is bipolar. Yes, it is. I've been to Tennessee many a time, and I was there in the fall one time, and it was beautiful, just beautiful. And the very next morning we had snow, and it was like September, like early September. I'm like, what's going on here, Liz? So yeah,
We get some of that bipolarism out here in Ohio.
we do.
It's kind of believing.
Never-ending dream, kind of like Inception. Art Freak says they weren't able to revive him, so he's dreaming for eternity. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Bath and Body Works is killer. Can't go in there. Yeah, she cannot go into Bath and Body Works at all. I can agree with the doctor on the too strong smell of that soap. Way too much for me. Yeah, if I got that, my sister, who is now dead, she's not really dead, but she's dead to me. She, when I was about 11 or 12 or maybe 10 for Christmas, she got me Stetson cologne. And I thought that was the best smell in the world. And I was just, and then now if I were to smell Stetson or even Obsession for Men, can't stand it. I like Happy for Men. That stuff smells real nice and clean. That's, it's not real strong, good stuff. But yeah.
I like the cologne that comes out of the cars, out of the back.
My dad had a bunch of those. And when I cleaned out his house, I gave them all to Goodwill because they were worthless.
That's living.
Yeah. Yep.
That's smart. Just hang on to them. Every one of them. My dad did the same thing with like plastic silverware and like random little things that you would get in fast food joints, like fast food bags. He would hang on to stuff and always had them.
They make T-shirts for men to slip baby into your shirt. Check Temu, LOL.
I will not be checking that.
Yeah, not seeing.
But it's next week's movie review.
Oh.
Okay. No, we're not reviewing that. Maybe not. So
no.
We're not going to be reviewing that. So we've come to the almost end of our show here. Oh, Mr. Retro Rob.
Yes, sir.
Tell the lovely people who are going to be watching this, who don't watch it all the time, where they can find you and your lovely self on the interwebs.
Just Facebook.
Just Facebook.
I'm fastly approaching 15,000. Yeah. I'm like 100 and something away. So it's going to happen, I think, the next day or two. So
I can't wait.
Have you found the monetization path for that at all? Or is it just...
Yeah, I'm on it. We can talk offline.
Oh, I was just curious.
No,
Cool.
Just
you put a lot of work into it, so I don't know, I was just curious.
I do. I don't like talking about it, though.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was just curious. But yeah, you're doing a good job on there. You're always posting interesting topics.
You.
A lot of engagement. It's fun.
I just got followed by so Mad Cats did follow me.
Did they?
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
And they've been talking to me now, so it's weird. Ask
them if they are not out of business like I thought.
Apparently they're not. They just posted on their page 2 different kinds of controllers. So because I know right after or right around the time they had the last Guitar Hero and all that come out, they did that guitar, and I know they filed for bankruptcy, but that doesn't mean that they went out of business. Yeah, they seem to be alive and kicking on this page. I did my research, man, because I was geeking out a little. Well, now I'm starting to remember, I think that they came out with some of those more high-end controllers recently, didn't they? Yeah, they've got stuff on their page right now, so I don't... Well, it's like this. You let Mad Cats know that we 3 guys are gamers and we can do reviews and stuff, so they can send us whatever the heck they want. peripherals. I've always loved like third. You don't see as much of it out there these days, but I love that stuff. It's interesting. I do too. I just was joking. I made a joke, posted a joke meme, and then someone tagged Mad Cats, but then Mad Cats actually responded, and so nice. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, I'm on Facebook, and I appreciate everyone for. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not good with that stuff. It's a fun space to talk with people in. There's always stuff going on there. Thank you. Well, John, how about you? Where can these lovely folks find you if they're looking to hear more stuff from you? Where can they? I make it sound real appealing, don't I? Where can they find Johnny? I'm waiting for the sentence to wrap up. But just here on YouTube is really where I put actual effort into stuff. Yeah. And I'm getting back into a somewhat regular flow here. I'm going to be peppering YouTube shorts. I'm having fun with that. Some of them I'm going to take clips from this show and just like completely massacre them. And I want to comment on that because that last one that you did, I laughed my ass off. I loved it. That's if I'm just sitting here editing, making myself laugh. That's literally the whole. That's if I'm sitting here like making myself laugh, then I'm like, okay, it's done. That's what I do. That's what I do. But anyway, so I'm doing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. If you can make yourself laugh, or here's the thing, my wife knows that if she hears this come from this room, I'm like, hey, I got an idea. I know out in the living room she's going, oh shit, Yeah.
So that's you make yourself laugh. If you can make yourself laugh, and trust me, it's not easy to get me to giggle because this one right down here, he makes me laugh. Gene makes me laugh. You make me laugh. It is not easy to make me laugh.
Well,
If
I'm
you guys
happy
can
to
do
hear
it,
that because I'm just sitting here. This when I do my videos on my YouTube channel, I'm really pretty restrained with my humor and with my editing, and I think that works for what I'm doing because it's like I don't know what the percentage is, but it's over half of it is mostly trying to just be informative and educational and like here's
It
a bunch of
is.
retro games for the
Yeah.
PS4 and here's how they run and here's how they work and here's your display options and everything and here's my opinion.
I think you add just the right amount of humor to those videos. I especially like when the sound effects when you press the button on something.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? That
It's like a fart noise or something.
Yeah,
Because I'm 5.
Yeah, but it's perfect though, and it's not over the top or anything. So I've been digging your videos for sure.
Oh, thanks, man. But
Yeah.
so that I'm actually the Aliens one, which is done by the way, it's going to go up tomorrow.
yay!
Nice. Yeah, we've been waiting for a couple of weeks for that.
Dude, I've been waiting for like 3 months.
I know.
Because I had to move in the middle of it. But anyway, there's probably a little bit more in that than normal. But anyway, because it's like a half an hour long, so it's just more things that I thought of. It's kind of like the Blade Runner problem, where it's like I was just going back and changing things and going back and changing things, and now it's like this gargantuan thing. But anyway, for the most part, my videos are pretty restrained. Like Rob said, there's just little bits of humor here and there. But for the most part, it's kind of focused on just here's my opinion, here's why, and here's some information. But the shorts, I'm having fun up at 3 a.m, 2 a.m, sitting here. I'm slap happy. I'm half awake, and I'm just like being a total goofball with it. So I'm interested in how that plays out. I don't know if I'm going to turn people off or not with that, but I'm definitely going to roll with it for a while either way because I'm enjoying it. And I'm also on TikTok where I put significantly less effort in, where it's just me talking into the phone and usually griping about something. And then arguing with like 19-year-olds. And so that's it. That's really it. I want to keep it out there that I am working on a game, and I'm still not ready to really say much about it, but I want that primed for when I'm ready to talk about it, because that moment will be coming here in the next couple of months probably. And but yeah, that's my 30,000-foot view of what I'm doing.
I hope, fingers crossed, it's coming to a certain platform that you and I both love.
I really, really want to do that. I don't know if that will be this game, but I do want to make that approach with one at some point.
And we've already discussed that you are not selling anything TurboGrafx at Torg, right?
I might have a couple extra. I have like 6 controllers, and I might sell 1 or 2 of them because it's nice to have turbo stuff to like get people to come to the table.
Yeah.
But games, I think I'm hanging on to what I got game wise.
Okay, I know. I'll still keep asking.
Yeah, well, and I got 2 systems, and I really only need 1, but I like having a backup, so I'm probably just gonna hang on to those 2.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I would have never gotten rid of mine, and it went to somebody who was supposed to pay me for it years ago. Now this was when I literally sold it for $20.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah. And he never paid me for it. And
you never even got the $20?
Never got the money.
Oh my god, you got $20.
Yeah, so technically stolen. I mean, I should just say, hey, I want that money now. I mean, I know who it is. I won't say who it is. You know,
hey, well, the interest has compounded. I think it's like 200 now, dude.
Well, no, I won't even say interest. I'm like, I want current. Either give me back the system, but I don't have it. Well, then let's go buy one.
Okay.
I think that's
Good luck
reasonable.
with that.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm emulating all those games anyway, so that's.
I mean, honestly, emulation has come so far. It's so good now.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do. Like, I really don't blame people for doing it. I do it more than
better every month. I feel like, man, it's just gonna get to a point where all of our stuff's gonna be digitally categorized on one device.
Yep, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I have a laptop with like most things. I can't get Saturn working, but most things are on there, and it's just hooked up to my TV.
I have a Saturn. I have a Saturn emulator that works really well with almost everything I put on it. So I'll let you know what it is.
I'm using one too with Launchbox, and it's awesome.
You guys need to share your secrets because I cannot, for the life of me, get Saturn games working. I just want to play Daytona USA. It won't work.
That is the very first one that I got working, and it was great.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I'll tell you about that later. But me, on the other hand, you all know me from Game Closet and that's where my main hangout is. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Lauren says RetroArch does a bunch of it in my case.
Yeah, everything like PS1 and back is effortless on RetroArch.
Yeah.
It's effortless. It's perfect.
But we're getting ready to do season 3 very soon. It'll probably launch. I think the date is Wednesday.
Yep.
September 6th, I believe, is the tentative date I have set, or 7th. I don't remember what the day is in the calendar exactly, but I know it's a Wednesday.
Mhm.
And I will tell you the tentative title for this episode, for the very first episode, is called "The Devil Went to AVGN's House."
Oh boy.
Yes, that is
It's
the name
almost
of
like
it.
an earnest title.
And that is how come the green screen is set up.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was wondering what you're greening.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got my. I showed this to Rob earlier. I've got my. Can't see it, but I got my my bench all set up there. It's all green screen. So you probably won't see the bench anyway. But I have a green
AVG and
screen.
futon.
Yeah. So I am ready to do that. And
Oh, also, you should definitely want to remind people that this show is going to the Video Vault channel, correct?
yes,
From here on out.
So it'll still remain on Facebook on the Game Closet page. You'll still be able to watch it there. But Video Vault Live itself, it will from now on only these episodes will only be on Video Vault Live. The ones that are on Game Closet right now, I'm going to leave them there. I will upload the ones that we have kind of skipped in between when we jumped back and forth. I'm going to upload those over to Video Vault Live as soon as I can. But yes, Video Vault Live will be the home. So if you are not subscribed on the Video Vault Live YouTube channel, please subscribe over there as well. Subscribe to these guys and follow Rob on Facebook. Subscribe to the TikTok and to Johnny Graphics. That's GRAFX, of course.
Like Turbo
on
Graphics.
YouTube. Yep, just like Turbo Graphics. Please subscribe to them and to Caps Off Gaming with Technish. They would all love your support, and as would I. I would love to get a few thousand more of you behind me so I can start doing some even crazier stuff. And because this is what I do right now. This is exactly what I do. I have my 5-year-old daughter and me, and we sit here at home. I make videos, and then she's going to be going to school. So soon it's just going to be me sitting here going, "There's nothing for me to do." You know,
That's the perfect environment to do something like this.
Not for Scott. He already does way too much as it is. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not good.
If she's not here, what's going to end up happening is
you'll make 50,000 shorts in like one day.
You're going to look at one of two things. I'm either going to get super depressed, lay down on the couch and pass out, or I'm going to just throw myself into my work.
Yeah.
One or the other. So, and the phone's not ringing for jobs. So, if anybody needs a graphic designer who does video editing and, basically I'm an art director, give me a call, and voiceovers. I can do all that stuff.
Get on Fiverr, bro.
Yeah. I am on there, but not one person has contacted me. But
okay. It'll come.
But that's me in a nutshell. This is me in a nutshell.
What is that from? Is that Austin Powers?
That is Austin Powers.
Nice reference.
So, but I have digressed long enough, and I appreciate every last one of you checking this video out live. Come subscribe on the Video Vault Live channel. That's where you'll see us here soon. And, you can go watch this video on there as well. I'm going to upload it over there. But anyway, and this is what you're going to be seeing the next time we see you. So we'll catch you all very, very soon. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate the heck out of you, and we hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in.